Ese es el gato negro, un tributo.
It wasn't
al gato.
Rudy doing that. It was
Oh, no, I don't know if I can pull
like,
it off
wow,
right
that came
now.
out for Veterans Day. You know?
Veterans Day for
For
sure.
Veterans Day.
We got the Conjunto Cats, los otros gatos here in the house.
That's
Thank you,
right.
brothers, for coming in. Les
No,
agradecemos.
thank you all very much for having us, man. It's like I said before, it's always a pleasure to be here with everybody here
Absolutely.
and being able to come and spread our music and spread our sound a toda la raza, toda la palomilla que del 361.
That's
Absolutely,
right. It's
absolutely.
always good to have you guys here. I know that I've asked you before, but I want to ask you again. How did you come up with the name Conjunto Cats?
I actually came up to the name. There was a band that was inspired back in the day. I believe it consisted of David Lee Garza, Chente Barrera, Gilbert Velasquez, and it was another gentleman. I don't remember, but they were called. It was a little Tejano group that they had aside from their regular gigs. They were called the Big Chihuahuas.
Yes.
And so the Big Chihuahuas, it kind of, I say, well, you know, and then also musicians refer to other musicians as cats.
Yeah, cool
so
cats.
hey, those cats get down.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's right.
that cat can play.
Absolutely.
So I kind of just took that term right there, that musicians referring to other musicians as cats, and put conjunto in front of it, and
There you
here
go.
we are talking to
There's
you
the
guys.
Sí,
There
cómo
you
no,
go.
sí, cómo no. We're so glad to have you here because you're talking about a brand new CD, brand new releases that
Right,
you got
right,
out,
right.
including this collaboration with Ruben Ramos. Tell
That's
me
right.
about that.
So yeah, man, the collaboration came up with it was a while back. We had talked to Bill Perkins, which is one of the horn players for
Right.
Ruben Ramos, and we actually did a private event in Beeville, Texas, and Ruben Ramos was a guest vocalist there. So so we learned some of Ruben's stuff, and then Bill Perkins was bringing up the idea that we should do a collab with Ruben Ramos, and in particular that song El Gato Negro. And he would just tell me, man, dude, it would sound so tough, man, if with the accordion and the bajo sexto and the way he originally played it. So when I was there with Ruben talking to him and we were going over the songs and the set list and whatnot, I threw the offer at him, and man, let me tell you, the rest of the night, Ruben asked me probably about 5 or 6 times, hey man, are we gonna do the collab? Are we gonna do the collab?
I love that.
Are we
I
gonna do
love
the collab? And I was like, yeah. So a few months went by, man. I finally contacted his son, Mark Ramos, and man, we made it happen. And Ruben was all for it. He was super humble, man. He told us that he was honored to work with us, and I was like, we're honored to work with you. You've already paved the way, man. You know what I mean? We're just trying to keep the road going.
What's so interesting right now is that we are in a generation, not just a year, but a generation of collaborations
Yes.
where Tejano artists are helping other Tejano artists. You've got people like Frontera, you've got so many other groups, other organizations that are coming
Right.
together to collaborate to help raise us all up, raise up not
Right,
only
right.
Tejano, but all of the other bands that are good. We know they're good. They just need that helping hand to move up. And
That's
right
right.
now, that collaboration is
Right.
kind of a key thing to help us grow and to reach a wider audience. You guys are right on the cusp.
That
of
was
it.
actually my my whole idea behind doing the collab with Ruben Ramos, because you got Frontera that they're doing collabs with
Yes.
all these international artists. So I figured, well, why not do a collab with some of these artists that have already in the Tejano music industry? You got Ruben Ramos, you still got Ram Herrera there, you still got David Farias. You got a ton of these of Tejano artists that are still there. So I mean, why not collab with some of them and try to mix some of the younger generation,
Yes.
And the newer bands with some of these Tejano bands. So that's what we're pushing for, and we're going to be working hard to try to get as many Tejano music legends in collabs with us. So
And that's what it's all about. I feel that's how we continue our music to grow and to continue, of course, because your fans will of course follow you, but then they'll be reintroduced to Ruben Ramos and vice versa.
Absolutely.
And they just grow.
And it was crazy because whenever like the single came out with Ruben Ramos, there was a lot of comments that were saying, hey man, I didn't even know he was putting out new music, and it's not really a new song, but it's a new song to the audience because it's a collab with us. So
Sure.
so it kind of registers as a new song for him and a new song for us, and a music video, and then we did the whole production, everything, and it was all done in house with these young men right here. Nathan back here, he did the recording of
Your adoptive son back there?
yeah, my adopted son. Nathan
Only on the weekends.
did the recording, did the mixing, the mastering of the song, and so man, it just mind blowing because Ruben Ramos was in his house dubbing tracks, and I was like, you got a 18-year-old kid behind a computer, behind a console, recording a legendary like Ruben Ramos.
This doesn't happen.
It just doesn't happen. And then the kid that also recorded the video, he's also like in his early 20s. He's a 19, 20-year-old kid. So man, he did the video and he did the editing and all that. So it's a good way to kind of get the youth involved and let them know what's going on.
That's key right there. All right, with that we go to break. We'll be right back with more música de los Conjunto Cats coming up after this. Don't go away.